and personal context, I've been told I've made a difference in a lot of people's lives. I've been asked by parents, why'd you have to tell my children the dangers of tobacco and alcohol? I simply respond, it's part of the curriculum. The parent usually replies, well, now I have to quit what I'm doing, or I have to hide it because they believe I'm going to die, get cancer, or maybe have my lip fall off. I consider this story as two successes because I got a parent, maybe did not use alcohol or tobacco as much, and I taught a child how to educate their parents on the dangers of certain behaviors. I've also been told by lots of youth that they were glad I encouraged them to make mistakes, but to learn from them. I see way too many people afraid to try new things because they've been taught they can't make mistakes or fail. I think we have to be honest with everyone that we can grow by trying things and making mistakes as long as we evaluate each situation at the end and learn from our mistakes. Lastly, I want to tell you where I believe I've made the biggest impact, or where I feel I have the biggest impact in teaching. Every September when I walk into the 5th grade classrooms, there are a handful of students who I recognize that don't exactly trust or believe in me. I understand this is a learned behavior, but that's for another speech. I will go out of my way to teach these kids that police officers are people, moms, dads, friends, uncles, aunts, grandparents, and the list goes on. I believe by teaching these kids, they gain respect for adults and people of all professions. This also helps me personally down the road that these kids can share their issues with law enforcement and not feel scared to speak with law enforcement. I still believe I'm a mentor to a few of these kids who are now hardworking adults and have families of their own. So again, I might be biased, but DARE does have a place and does help some, if not all, of the youth in some way. Thank you.
We are now to the part of our program where the students receive their certificates, and Chief Becker is going to be presenting those to the students. Mrs. Carney and I are going to kind of stand off to the side so we're not necessarily in every single picture that you take. Feel free when it's your student's turn to stand up or to move to the middle so you can get a picture. We also have a photographer taking pictures here too today. Thank you. So Landon's front row, please stand up. Landon Midtune. Megan Crary.
Maddie Schmidt. Svea Bazin. Memphis McConaughey. Alex Heckman.
Kira Snyder. That group may be seated. Parker's group, stand up, please. Parker Quallo. Cassidy Sugden. Jennifer Ebert.
Gemma Descharles. Mason Miller. Houston McConaughey.
Josie Kitchell. Jackson Lanfield. That group may be seated. Lena's group may.
Elena Vasek. Matthias Sinsu. Colton Young.
Elise Baca. Alexander Jones. Aiden Lanfear. Gage Milkey. Group may sit down. Quentin's group may stand up.
Quentin Yard. Mackenzie Emily Laufenberg.
Ava Wakeman.
Cooper Verhouse. Maite Alarcon Huevas.
Amelia Maynard. Logan Chandler.
And we have one student today who has been sick, Hunter Richards, is missing today, but he is our last one to make it through. So we'll say thanks for that. Yep, you guys can sit down. Before we finish up here, I just wanted to give a big thank you to Chief Becker because he comes and does this every year, and I just want to reiterate a few things that he said that I think is so important, and especially I feel like we're really fortunate being in a small community. You don't always hear that, but I think we are very fortunate being in a small community that, like he said, these students get to know him as a person rather than just seeing him as a police officer, which can be very intimidating, especially in today's times. So I think we are so very fortunate to not only have Chief Becker, but we had a luncheon today and we had some other police officers helping serve our lunch as well. So I think that is a huge bonus for our small community, that all these students see these police officers, and especially Chief Becker, who they see during DARE, that they see him as a person and someone that they can go to and feel comfortable with and not be intimidated and not be scared and not be fearful, and that they feel close enough that they can go talk to him about anything or if they need something and have that connection. So I would just like to give Chief another great big round of applause. Thank you. So just with that in mind, the 5th graders wanted to say thank you more than we already do, but we got him a card and a gift certificate just to show him how much we appreciate him and thank him for all he does, not only for us, for our school, but for our community as well. So thank you again very much.
Well, thank you, 5th graders, for the gift and the card. And I want to thank everyone for coming. Again, if you want to look at any of the other students' reports, they're out there on the wall. And then in the entry area, there will be a little treat and some refreshments if you want to stick around and talk. And we will also all be taking pictures right underneath the DARE flag if parents would like to get pictures with us individually or as a whole class. Thank you all.